Welcome to the Real Man Group podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Gray, and I'm so happy to be here. How's everybody feeling? I hope everybody had a great day. My day was very interesting. It was very productive as I'm trying to work and build this platform up. But it's one thing about the devil, man. The devil always show up. Always. It's always something. There's always something that you're going to be faced with, especially when things are going well, right? But it's one thing that we cannot do. We cannot lose faith in ourselves and faith in what our mission is and what we're looking to achieve. Because it's so easy to be distracted and it's so easy for us to lose focus and be distracted. I'm a strong believer that everything happens for a reason. And there's so many things that we have to take on. And while we're taking it on, we don't really see the reason. We always asking why. Why is this happening to me? Why am I being faced with these challenges? And that's universal. It's not just for men, it's just for everybody. It's for every human being that's out here. But we got to be able to take these losses along with the wins. Because if you don't have a story, there's no glory. There's nothing for you to go back on. There's nothing for you to look back and be like, I went through this that got me here. And looking back and be like, I remember when. Yeah, I remember when you starting out and you, in Brooklyn for us, it was like we used to rent rooms in these big houses, shared kitchen and bathroom. But that was part of the process. That was part of us growing and evolving. If it wasn't renting a room, you was renting a basement apartment. You gotta have a story in order for you to appreciate the glory. My story has been jam-packed. It's been jam-packed. But I appreciated each and everything that I went through. Because if I didn't go through the things that I went through, I wouldn't be the person I am today. So one of the lessons that I learned very young, it's like a lesson that continuously keep teaching over and over again. And that thing is, everybody ain't your friend. You remember hearing your parents tell you, everybody ain't your friend. And there's so many of us, our youth, everybody is trying to fit in somewhere versus being original. Everybody's looking like each other. Everybody is dancing like each other. Everybody is chasing the same type of women, and women are chasing the same type of men. We have to be unique. And being unique is what makes you different. So stop trying to fit in. You can't fit a circle inside of a square, and vice versa. So this platform here, it's not going to be like anyone else's. I'm not looking to sound like anybody else. I'm not looking to look like anybody else. I'm giving you me. And some people may not agree with what I'm saying. Some people may not like the content that I'm producing. And that's okay. But it ain't going to stop me. I'm not looking to be accepted. I'm looking to be appreciated and respected. So I'm not looking for acceptance. Because this train is going to continue running. It's going to run. So enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so now. It's going to help the channel. So a lot of you guys out there is trying to figure out your place in this world. Finding what your purpose is. You got to do it. First, you got to figure it out. Then you got to do it. And while you're doing it, don't look for acceptance from anybody. Don't look for acceptance. If you look in the mirror and that person that you're looking at right there, believe in what you're doing, then that's all the audience that you need in order for you to keep pushing. Sometimes you got to start something by yourself. And if you believe in it, that's all the gas you need to keep that car moving. Stop looking for acceptance. Stop trying to fit in. And everybody ain't your friend. How many times where you have gave somebody more than what you receive? You trusted someone way more than you should have. And to turn around and bite you in your ass. And then you remember that saying that you heard a million and one times, that everybody ain't your friend. So I struggled a little bit. I struggle with allowing for people to come into my circle. Because being in my circle, that means you have a seat at my table, which means we are breaking bread together. And that comes with responsibilities. I'm going to continuously pour into you as I would need for you to pour into me. But I understand that every relationship is not 50-50. But goddamn, we got to be a little bit close. Got to be close. Nipsey Hussle said that his circle got smaller because everybody can't go. And that's one of our problems too, is that we try to bring everybody with us. That I'll win, you win mentality is cool. But you should only have that for people who deserve it, that have shown you that they got your back no matter what. I have some pretty good relationships, some strong relationships. And our friendship has been tested. It's been tested countless times. But we're still friends to this day. And I don't call everybody my friend. Like my mother said, everybody ain't your friend. Someone told me, like, if you have a yard and a part of your yard is not growing like everywhere else, it's because you're not watering it. Friendships is work. It's work. And sometimes people just give up on the friendships. I gave up on a lot of relationships. Some of them that I should have fought for, right? But some of these relationships I needed to get rid of. And there's probably somebody that you are friends with, quote unquote, right now, that's just not deserving of you. The love, the compassion, the support that you're giving them. Because it's a two-way street. Both of you guys got to feed each other. You got to be able to water each other's ball spots. And you got to feel comfortable. You guys should be able to talk about any and everything that you got going on in your life. Even if it's uncomfortable for you to talk about. But a real friend would never be judgmental, would never judge you on the things that you got going on. And neither should you. But then again, everybody ain't your friend, right? I chuck it up to this. Those that are worthy of your relationship, of your friendship, give it to them. And when the friendship is tested, as it will be, then you can make your decisions thereon. You got to be able to see the value. See the value in the friendship. See the value in the relationship. It's not just monetary. It's not just somebody that you can call and I need to borrow $1,000, $500. Is that person picking up the phone when you need to talk? Is that person there when you are in a jam? Do that person understand when he or she need to step up to the plate and be there and just be your confidant? There's different levels to this. There's different measurements to this. I moved maybe about 1,000 times. I had more addresses than anybody could possibly imagine. I was always on the run, always moving around. But I always had somebody to call to help me move my shit, right? It was always somebody there that I can call on that could be there for me. And that's the relationship that you water. You water the relationships that is always there for you. So my best friend, and I say my best friend because she deserves it, it's my sister. Even our relationship was tested numerous times. But we always came back. We always was able to see the value in having one another. Now, the difference between what I was taught with my mother telling me that everybody ain't my friend, I grew up being taught that your sister is your best friend. Your siblings is who you fight for. That's who you protect. But growing up, we grew up and became different individuals, different perceptions, and our relationship was tested. But to this day, I couldn't even imagine not having my sister by my side. So that was a relationship that was worth watering. You may not be talking to your brothers or sisters, your siblings. Y'all may have some issues and not fucking with each other right now. But those are your ride or dies. Those are the ones you were sleeping in the bed, feet to head with. Water that shit. And I do understand that sometimes it's just too far gone and neither one of you guys are willing to put your pride to the side and mend the relationships. But when you do, like I did, you're going to be happy that you did. So stop trying to fit in. Be yourself, be unique. Because that's what make you stand out from everybody. Be yourself. And understand that everybody ain't your friend. But those who are your real friends, make sure you water them. So I hope you took something away from this episode. I enjoyed it. And just like I said, I'm not trying to be like anybody else. This is me. And I hope you appreciate it. So thank you for tuning in to the Real Man Group Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Gray. I'm happy to be here. Peace.